Well, just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for tuning in to vlog number 2. I'd like to call this the State of the Plant Address. You know, kind of like how the U.S. President does a yearly State of the Union address. Anyways, we've embarked on 2009, and I'm kind of excited. I think this is going to be an interesting year for many of us. It's just exciting to see that God is doing something interesting, like this church plant. So anyways, just super excited to be right back at it, working hard, and looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you better and more fully. So I'm just thankful for this opportunity to share a little bit about where we're at. So getting on with the little State of the Plant address then, I just wanted to kind of talk about you know, where we're at and sort of what's kind of happening right now. So, you know, we've been talking about January 17th for a while as our first worship service. And to be honest, it's probably still going to be our first worship service. But there may be some misunderstanding about what these first few months are going to be like. It's going to be worship. We're going to be able to invite people, etc. But it's going to be worship for the purpose of us just sort of figuring out exactly how things are going to go. How are we going to set up our facility on Sabbath mornings? What are the tables going to be looking like? What is the lighting going to be like? Fiddling with the sound, getting the song team, the music team, worship team, just getting them together and just really gelled. Us learning our trade for, you know, what kinds of food we want every week, those kinds of things. That's really what the worship service is about, and not to mention just for us to grow spiritually, for there to be discussions and sermons and music and worship time and just fellowship time together as a church so that we can grow in love for one another. And when we get that safety and that encouragement, etc., and then, you know, come May, June, and we have our public launch and our first real just sort of efforts out into the community. So when we say January 17th is our first worship service, sort of our launch, it's that internal launch for us to really start to get to know each other and share with one another and just spend that quality Sabbath worship time together. So we're still planning on that, but it's not like this super huge where we've got to have all our ducks in a row sort of Sabbath. It's just like laid back, like we're just going to take our time and figure it out and practice and just really try and see what's going on. So that's kind of what January 17th is all about. And so that gives us a bit of time, you know, to get the structural areas, the departments that we want covered. It gives us some time to get those up and running as well. So we'll start worshiping January 17th, and as the winter months roll through here, and we spend some time establishing, you know, all those goodies that we've talked about together as a group with our structured sort of natural existence here. As we kind of get all that together, you'll see how it just kind of comes together, and we'll be able to understand just how this is all going to fit together. That's what these next few months are about. But we need to start worshiping together in our facility, and so that's what the 17th is all about. It's just a time for us to sort of break away from what we've been doing in the past and say, okay, now this is my church, this is my family, we're going to grow, we're going to figure out who and what we are and our approach to this whole thing, and just sort of tweak and change and figure out what works, what doesn't work, and all of that kind of stuff. So that brings us to the awareness meeting, which is this Sabbath. Basically, this is going to be our last hurrah for trying to have an official time to sort of share with people the vision. Now, there's going to be all kinds of other personal time for sharing the vision, and there'll be other people that are going to join our team for years to come. From other Adventist churches and just from the community, people that convert and say, hey, Christianity of this, all this kind of stuff, I'm in. So we're going to have other opportunities, but this is our last awareness meeting for, so to speak, those that are there and searching for something to be a part of, something to belong with, a vision that they can get behind and get excited about. So we are having our awareness meeting this coming Sabbath, and it's going to be different from the one that you may have attended before. And for those that are watching this video and haven't attended one in the past, then don't even worry about that. But for those that have, this awareness meeting is going to be different. It's not going to just be a couple of talking heads up there, Royce and myself, like we did last time. It's going to be more going to be more geared towards discussion. That's the first thing I want to really point out, is that it's going to be discussion based. So we're going to start 2 o'clock on Sabbath, this coming Sabbath, and we'll start with worship. The worship team's going to have a few songs ready, and we're not going to be gelled or polished or anything, but we're just going to lead each other in worship. Remember that whole authentic transparency thing? You guys are going to be comfortable with us, and we're going to be comfortable with you, just sort of leading us in worship, and just sort of pouring our hearts out to God for, I don't know, the first little bit of our meeting together. Then we'll have a season of prayer around our tables, and just sort of share, you know, and open up to God and ask Him to be a part of our meeting. And then we're going to have some sharing time, some discussion time, and it's going to be focused around our DNA markers. Some of those areas that are just fundamental. So rather than going through the booklet like we did, we'll still give people the booklet, but we won't go page by page and just talk. We just want to say, hey, these are the things that are important to us. And this is where you guys are going to come in as core team members. Many of you are going to be contacted by us, and most of you, a lot of you probably already have via email been contacted by us, and we're going to ask you to participate, and so and lead a little 15-20 minute discussion on a certain area, whether it be the community service element, how we want to be service driven, or the relationship element, you know, small groups, evangelism, these different things, missional living, these areas that are going to set us apart, and things that we're going to focus on, are hedgehogs. You've heard me say that before. And just open it up and let you guys share, and we'll talk about that this coming week, those that are going to help. And just sort of let you open up and just sort of get the floor going, so that those that are new can ask some questions and question and answers, and just sort of open it up, and not have it be just a one-way information only, but, you know, open it up a little bit to some dialogue and discussion and stuff like that. So that's really important for us. So it's all going to be around the DNA markers. So we'll start at 2, and we'd like to be done the meeting element by 4 o'clock. So some worship, some prayer, and then some discussion time, some vision casting, DNA markers, etc. Then we'll have some food, 4 to 4:30, mingle, get to know each other. And then by 5 o'clock, snowboarding! Yay! Brett and I went to Cyprus last Saturday night, and it was a blast. By the way, Brett's really good, and he's offering personal lessons. No, I'm just kidding, Brett. But I did ask him for some lessons, because the guy was like throwing down threes and all kinds of stuff like it was no tomorrow. I was really impressed anyways. Felt a bit sheepish. But I kept up. I kept up nonetheless, although I didn't throw a single trick. Anyways, back to the whole snowboarding thing. So let's still plan on it. Those that want to go, those that are into it, there's a snow tubing park for those that don't want to ski or snowboard. You can go tubing. That's a really fun thing to do. Sometimes I think maybe that's the better group activity, but some of us that really want to go boarding anyways, we're just going to go and do that. And those that just want to hang out and drink hot chocolate and watch the snow fall up in the mountain, you're welcome to do that. And those that just want to jet and go do something else, okay, feel free. But I still want to have that element involved there, that we can all just kind of, those that want to anyways, can just blast up to the mountain and spend the evening together in the snow. That'll be fun. So anyways, that's sort of where we're at. Things are coming together well. We're really thankful for the group that's come together. This church plant's really going to take form this year. This is a pivotal year. Everything last year was just sort of setting the stage, and this is the year where we're going to get a chance to really put into action what we've tried to share in this vision of a totally selfless community, moving from self-centeredness to other-centeredness in service and loving relationships and care for one another, and just being totally sold out to living like Christ, and not just professing doctrinal beliefs, but actually having a faith that works, and just really honestly caring for our neighbors and for the world around us, like Jesus did. So anyways, we are super excited, so many ideas, can't wait to get together, can't wait to start worshiping together, and just starting to lay plans together. Thank you so much for watching this video log again. I hope it helps set the stage for everything that's going on. Anyways, love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.